Okay. Welcome back. I hope I'm not blinded for this entire video, but if I am, I'll just put on the shades. So today's video is so much fun because today I'm going to talk about study abroad. Later, I'm gonna do some questions with my best friend Anna because she also did a study abroad last summer. And so that'll be really interesting. I think you guys will enjoy if you're interested in doing a study abroad or a summer abroad at U of T. Yeah, you might want to hear about what our experiences were like. It's so funny. Like, it's 3:11 right now. It is February 8th. It's like 8 degrees right now. The sun is so bright and strong. So I made a little mind map of what I'm going to talk about today and then what I'll get Anna to help me with later. Here she is in all her glory. So I'm going to go through what applying was like for the study abroad, and then the preparation process and all the things that Anna and I did to prepare for our study abroad. And then I'll talk about the traveling aspect of it, because that's obviously a big part. And then obviously the biggest part is the studying part of the study abroad. And then just to sum it up, the best part of the video, I'm sure, we're just going to talk about our favorite memories from study abroad, life lessons and takeaways that we got from our time abroad, because I think for me, like, I grew a lot as a person during my study abroad. And then we'll give you guys some advice, and give you, like, just tell you guys things that I wish I had known before I went on my study abroad, things like that. But yeah, I always say this, but let's get into it. Okay, introduce yourself.
Hey guys, I'm Anna Maria. I am second year with Bela, and I'm studying IR, International Relations, and Economics double major, and a minor in Business German. And I'm from Mexico. Mexican.
This is very exciting to have a guest here today. So as I said, we're going to be talking about our study abroad experiences with U of T. We both did summer abroad. Where did you go?
I went to Germany, to Berlin. The best thing. Guys, happiest days of my life.
Me less so, but
we will share both our experiences and you will see every part of it, which is good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, so the application process. How did you decide you wanted to go to Germany?
Okay, so Germany offered actually the course that I really wanted, which was Pol 300. It was like comparative politics, and that would give me like a prereq for IR. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna take it. And then last summer I had gone to Berlin and I found it really fun. So I'm like, you know what, I should do that, the Germany course. And yeah, it just aligned with the course I wanted. And Germany's very nice.
You have friends and family there, I guess.
Yes, we have a man there now.
And you wanted to practice German?
Yes.
You've been studying German.
So I started doing German 100 first year, and I loved learning German. So I'm like, hey, it's like a plus, I'll get to practice. And I also included that in my application. So like when you apply like why you want to go there. And I also said like, oh, the language. Like I can practice my skills in German, etc. So yeah, that's also part of the personal statements in the applications. Like why you want to go there.
Yeah.
What else did they ask? Like, oh, a lot about what is it, like adaptability.
Yeah, like if your personality is going to be like able to live in a residence environment, how well you're going to react to being in a foreign country.
Would you say, I don't think it was difficult applying. Like,
no, the application was like
pretty chill.
Easy. Yeah, pretty easy. I feel like they accept most people. That's the kind of vibe that I got. I chose Seville because, well, originally I wanted to go to Lisbon and study. Like, the course I would have done would have been Portuguese 100, and I really wanted to do that because my family's Portuguese, and so like I wanted to like learn the lingo and like go to the motherland. But they canceled the Lisbon trip because of like
Oh,
a
that's
COVID
true.
surge. Do you remember we were
Yeah.
having like
we
were
like
sobbing our eyes out like,
like how's this gonna happen? Like we have to go.
Yeah. I'm gonna show them the text message that we have. Where it's
Guys.
like, Bella and Anne Marie are gonna be in Europe this summer because we manifested. We did.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I chose Spain just because I wanted to learn Spanish. Unfortunately, I didn't get to like do the Spanish language course, but I did like a literature course that had to do with like the region of Spain that I was studying in, and I loved the course. I kind of wish they hadn't done the program in like July, because southern Spain in July and August is like hell on earth, and I don't know, like they could have done it in June, they could have done it in May. No, they're like, hottest time of the year, let's go to the south of Spain. It was like 35 degrees every day. Anyways,
mine was good. Like I was
Germany was
July
mild.
23rd to August 20th, I think.
Mhm.
Yes, it was so good. Like perfect weather. But
Mhm.
yeah, Spain is
Spain was quite interesting.
kind of hot. I gotta say.
Kind of. Did you apply for any like bursaries first?
Oh yes. So with the summer abroad application, they do. So it's the 7 colleges at UOFT. There's a college Whitworth which like sponsors it, and they do give like bursaries. I'm not very sure how it works with that, but like for domestic students, so I couldn't apply for that. But then I looked at this one from the CIE, which is Center for International Experience, something like that, and they offered like a CIE Plus award, and you just apply to it. It makes you fill out like your name, like parents, kind of like a bit of that, and I got $1,000 to use.
You did?
Yeah.
Queen!
I did get my $1,000.
I got nothing.
I got $1,000, which was so good because then I used that as like my expenses. I just budgeted that money out and then I used it for my expenses. But like, okay, also
I'm jealous.
international students pay much more. Well, no, I don't know how much
Yeah,
more,
much
but like
more.
I do pay more for the course, even though it's like abroad. I still pay more. So that
doesn't really add up.
helped. And then also they don't pay for like your airline. Like it's
you have to arrange like your airline separately.
We need to talk about
which
that.
was really, so for me, my family, like we don't travel that much, and so my mom was more comfortable with going to a travel agent and having them like arrange my flights, because there's no direct flights from Toronto to Seville. So that came out to like over $2,000 for my flights, and Anna was like killing me because she never does travel agents. And
no, you guys go Expedia, go Google flights, and you get a round flight and you're probably gonna pay like, I think I paid around $1,000. Okay.
Yeah, try to do it on your own if you can.
Or if you do it on Google, guys, incognito window.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. Okay, so for preparation, visas. Did you need a visa as an international student?
I didn't need a visa. But when you're applying, you do have to check. They tell you to like check.
Yeah, so there are some countries where you're gonna have to apply for a visa. Because we went to Europe and both of our countries were in the Schengen zone or whatever.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Like I didn't need a visa as a Canadian citizen. You didn't need one as a Mexican. Did you have to renew your passport?
No,
you're all good.
Fine.
Insurance. Did you just use the university?
So I don't know, what did you, because
I had both. I had from my parents, and then the university also provides travel insurance and like health insurance, so I just had like
same. If I'm not wrong, I think like it asked for a travel insurance.
Yeah.
And I already had one, and so I just like provided documents for that.
And like we were lucky because we have like very close friends who are from Europe, and so we were able to have emergency contacts. Like,
that's true.
Close. Well, you have German connections.
Yeah.
I had no one in Spain, but like I had Anna who was like in Germany, and then I had someone in Italy. So it was nice to have emergency contacts who were in roughly like a close place. So that might be a consideration if you're like really anxious about something happening to you abroad, and you think like, if I go to China, like I'm gonna have no one like remotely close, but if I go to France, I have a family member in Portugal who's like kind of close by. I don't know, that might like factor in.
Yeah, just the odds, it's just for your safety, honestly.
Yeah.
And also there in the program, there is someone that will like make sure everybody's okay, and you reach out to this person in case you need anything. So you're not alone, honestly, like in anything. Yeah, there's people. Currency,
because you know these things, you travel so much.
I love it.
I know nothing. I'm like
currency. Okay, have credit cards, of course. Take picture of your cards and put them in a safe folder, just in case you lose one card. You can always have that number handy. And then so I use pesos, obviously, but I can like exchange that before I go to Europe. I did that,
and you got euros.
And I got euros. Like, make sure you have like money in your cards and that it's actually safe to use. And like most of the places, okay, I know Seville, but in Berlin you can tap everywhere.
Yeah, it was tap.
They love Apple Pay. But you need cash if you want to go like clubs or something.
Stay the hell away from ATMs. Okay. Oh my god.
This is a big one.
We'll talk about Shanika's story too.
No, this is a big one. These things called like Euronet, like something like that. They're like next to like a weird store,
like a gelato store.
They're just like in the street. Also, like one of my friends, she put in her card. No, actually, it's a story of a friend who put in the card, got stuck there.
No.
But it was because there's no bank affiliation to it.
It's so sketchy, guys.
So don't do that. Like, don't you dare do that. And maybe they say like, oh, but like it has no commission. Don't do it. Pay the commission. Should be around 2.5%, maybe. Like, it's not much. It's actually not much. And you take in bunches. Like, I would take.
Don't take out 20 euros.
No,
take out like 200. Yeah, exactly. Because it charges you so much.
It's just also don't be afraid of exchanging in the airports. Like,
I had to do that as well.
Yeah, in the airports, that's where they have the most flow of cash. So don't be scared of doing that even before you fly. Like, don't be worried if you didn't exchange before. There's always somewhere to do it. But do have your card.
Also, you might have to notify your banks if you're traveling abroad, because I like didn't notify my bank and they like paused my debit card because they thought this was very suspicious activity, and I had to call. My mom called them because I was like, "Mommy, please." My mom called the bank and was like, "Yeah, she's in Spain. This is not fraudulent." Like,
SIM cards.
Oh yeah,
and like calling because they're like, my plan doesn't work. Most plans don't.
Mine doesn't
work.
either.
Yeah, in Europe.
Only works in North America.
They usually sell SIM cards either at the airport, which I figured out may be a bit too expensive because obviously demand is high. But you can always go to like a Vodafone.
That's where I went.
Yes, Vodafone, right? And get like your SIM card. They're not. I don't even know the calculation. I think I bought like 20 gigas.
Oh, I had unlimited gigabytes, and it was for like 4 weeks, which was perfect.
Yeah, I had like 20.
And I think it was like 50 euros. And I was like, bam.
I think I had 20 and paid 30.
I went to the store with like a bunch of other people in my study abroad, and we all just got our SIM cards the same day.
Yeah, I don't recommend if you're like, oh, maybe I changed my plan back home and I get international. Don't do that. Like, just get a SIM card, change it. Period.
In, out.
Don't
lose your original SIM card. Language basics.
So, I already knew German.
Yeah.
I already like spoke it, but like I was not like super fluent. I still am not very fluent, but I had like German 100, and before going, I still did like a few Duolingo lessons. You know what? You can like Duolingo can seem a bit useless sometimes, but it is useful. Like, know the language. Like, don't go like, I'm not saying be an expert, but don't go like that and be like, hola. No.
I think the most important word to know in a foreign language if you're going to a country, thank you. Just say thank you. Like, it will brighten their day. You know, you go to the country and you can't speak a word of their language, but if a server brings you something, or you're like, nice. you're getting out of a taxi, like, who knows? But just say thank you. Like, that's really nice.
And I honestly think by learning the language, you will make your experience 100 times better. Just like, it is a very rewarding experience, like, to know the language. Like, learn the basics. Yeah. Go to Easy Spanish, Easy German videos, Easy French
on YouTube,
and like, honestly, makes it so much better. Like, who knows? Maybe you can like flirt with some local men there.
Exactly.
You never
or women.
know.
You never know.
You never know.
Get it?
Get it? You're in like foreign language, like foreign country. Like enjoy it. Like be like a stranger. Don't like go. Like explore. Be free. Don't like feel too attached. Like just go.
I agree. I agree.
So language does that.
Packing, suitcases, luggage getting lost.
Okay, we were in that time when all these suitcases were getting lost in the airports. I was
Santa Maria.
For me, it was I had the best experience because
I had the worst experience.
Yeah, so my story is that okay. First with packing before we actually go, I got these like boxes. Packing cubes.
Yeah, those as well.
Those are so helpful. And like honestly,
simplicity.
Yeah.
Capsule wardrobes.
Literally, the fact that you can repeat this top with any other 5 bottoms, and those 5 bottoms you can use them with other 5 tops exponentially. That gives you like 25 outfits, right? So do that. Then shoes. I took like Birkenstocks, of course.
Me too.
Or Beja shoes. I don't know how to say.
Yep.
Beja shoes.
Sneakers.
I don't know if I took a pair of high heels, never used them.
I
used them once to the club. I had to be carried because I couldn't walk anymore.
Yeah, when you go to the club, wear some sneakers, man.
Yeah.
Like walk, like be able to move, be able to dance.
Don't judge me. Don't judge me for wearing high heels. I just felt like a bad bitch that day.
No, you were a bad bitch. Don't worry.
But that, what else? A dress.
Take some cute dresses if you like dresses. I was never a dress person growing up, and then suddenly the last couple of years I'm entering my Mamma Mia era. I need like fun things.
Do it, enjoy it. Clothes are nice,
but just don't overpack.
Don't overpack.
It's gonna overwhelm you.
And then on the way back, if you want to buy yourself anything,
exactly,
like any souvenirs, whatever, and you want to actually have space. But don't worry if you forget anything that's like, oh, I forgot socks. Like you can always buy socks. You're not going to an island.
Yeah.
Unless you actually want. I
don't know.
But like you can buy socks.
But believe it or not, like everyone around the world uses like a razor. You can buy razor. Like a bar of soap. Yeah. You can get soap. You can get shampoo anywhere.
So don't worry about that. If you like, you can.
Don't forget medications.
Oh, okay. You like the EpiPens.
Yeah, because I had to. Yeah, I have like medications that save my life, so I need a lot of them and I need to not lose them. So
I was just thinking, I'm like, oh my god, I never got sick. No, I was sick.
She was sick. I did not get sick.
We all got like a cold or something. Always joke that people didn't know my voice for the whole trip because it was always like, so like, hey guys.
It was hot.
It was very sexy, but. And then with the suitcases.
Yeah.
I was lucky because I was arriving to the thing that turns, and I saw it arrive.
Her luggage came right on time. The minute she got off the plane,
and
my luggage was missing for 11 days. For 11 days, I was in a foreign country by myself with no clothing. I can't even tell. It's okay. Basically, what happened was my flights got delayed, and so I missed connecting flights, and so I had to go on like 3 different planes to get to Seville, which is like the absolute most atrocious day of my life. Like it was horrible, and my luggage was lost. And this is before like air tags were really a thing, and so it was gone. I didn't know where it was. All these airlines that I had flown with, like nobody knew where it was. And I had packed really sentimental things, like clothing that I loved. And I was more upset over that because people told me, like, just go out and buy clothing. Like, just replace all the stuff and then they'll refund you.
You have no energy for that.
You have no energy. For me, clothing is hard to shop for because I have, like, a weird body shape. And I'm also very sentimental. And so, like, I went to Zara and I went to a couple places and I got, like, underwear and socks. And, like, I got a blouse from Zara. But I wasn't going to do a whole shopping spree and replace thousands of dollars worth of clothes because I packed thousands of dollars worth of clothes like a dumbass. And yeah, it eventually arrived and my compensation from Air Canada was, take a guess how much? $150.
No.
They gave me $150 for 11 days of absolute hell on earth.
But also with that airline thing,
that was horrible.
They're
Be prepared.
Complicated. But like always, like keep your receipts. Like if
that
happens to you, like, go shop. Like, I know you may not have the energy, but go shop and keep their receipts, because you can always send them. Like, it's very complicated, but, like, I guess you want your money back.
And just at the end of the day, like, be prepared for things to go wrong, because she had, like, pretty easy go of it, and I had just an absolute go of it. And, like, you can't predict how that's gonna go.
But prepare. Like,
But just, like, I feel like if you emotionally prepare yourself for
the worst. No,
maybe not the worst, but
like, I prepared. Okay, I
prepare
had
for difficulties.
in my hand suitcase. Take a hand suitcase, okay? Do take that one.
Carry on.
In
a backpack.
Yeah, in a backpack. In my hand suitcase, I did put like 3 outfits, 3 days worth of outfits, and like underwear. And like, just in case, like, I have my pretty stuff here. Your valuables go in the hand suitcase.
Yeah.
Don't put them in the big one.
Yeah. I had never thought that that would happen to me, and it did, and it was terrible. But I survived, and like,
you survived.
you build resiliency, as my mother likes to say.
You build character.
You build character.
Builds character.
Things either build character or they're a good lawsuit. That's how I run my life. But yeah.
Go with that.
Hey guys, sorry for the abrupt end to the video, but I realized while editing that it was way too long and nobody would watch a 50-minute video. So I'm dividing it into 2 parts. So this marks the end of the first part of my study abroad video. And then in the next part of the video, part 2, we talk about our studying part of our study abroads, as well as our favorite experiences. So I hope you stick around to see part 2 of the video. I'll be posting it very shortly. But yeah, I will see you guys in part 2. Bye!